Oh god, no, I'm gonna have to redo Thomas again. Oh god, no, I'm gonna have to redo Thomas again. Redo Thomas again.
What you doing there, Bill? Satellite dish trouble?
No, I'm just up here to kill myself.
So, hi everyone. I think it's without a question that 2023 has been a good year for my channel. I mean, I did make 7 showcase videos and many other types of videos, so content-wise I was set. However, in the beginning I did struggle a bit, and one of those struggles was this video. Yeah, I really hated Thomas's original showcase I made in 2023. Ugh, what a heap of mess that was. So, let's retcon that. I know I've made a lot of showcases on this little blue dude, but you know what? Fuck it, let's do it again. Okay, so how did we get here? Well, if you remember from the James video, the original Thomas was destroyed in the mail, and a new one was made. However, it had some print defects in certain spots that I could not just ignore, so I got rid of it. How, you may ask? Well, I sold him to a classmate at college for her to keep. Yes, a girl bought Thomas. I'm not making that up. I'm an Eagle Scout. Why would I lie? So, now that the old Thomas is gone, it was time to make a new one. I printed a new Thomas shell made from the LBSC Thomas, and I made sure it was the updated version he made. Matt also taught me a new way to add supports and lychee slicers, so he came out much cleaner and quicker as well. Once he was free from his support prison, I sanded him down and applied putty all over to get rid of those print lines. That was a pain in the ass, but well worth it. Afterwards, I gave Thomas a quick primer to test out all my sanding. Eventually, he was all ready for some colors. I first used a flat black to get all the smokebox details out of the way first. I would recommend using a matte black when first applying. From my experience, using a gloss one leaves tape impressions even days after drying. A common struggle I see with most Thomas customs is that everyone starts with the blue first. This, in retrospect, is not the best way, as when masking him, it can be difficult with tanks in the way. Personally, I do the black first because when masking later, it makes things so much easier. So there's my tip for you guys. After Thomas was dried, I then gave him his blue. Rust-Oleum Maui Blue is my personal choice for this job. It's a gloss paint, so I recommend leaving him out to dry for a long time. It sucks, but it's well worth it in the end. While that was happening, I worked on his footplate. I first primed it, and after getting it all nice and smooth from sanding, I then used red on him to get that buffer beam out of the way. I had done the gray first before, and there would always be bleed marks on the footplate when I did the red, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit. And boy, oh boy, it was working well. Not a drop of red was on the footplate. Then I added his new buffers, lamp irons, which were made from sewing pins. Once the arches were dried, I then lined them up and glued them onto the footplate. And the last step for the footplate was to add the Smith couplings. Yes, if you remember from the last showcase, I said I never used them before, so Thomas was the first model to receive them. Alright, back to his main shell. Thomas was unmasked, and then I applied lining on him using custom cut red vinyl I did myself. It was a pain, and after several headaches, it was finally done. I also added this extra long one to Thomas's front because I like the way how it looks. It gives him that distinctive feel, you know. His yellow was applied afterwards using the same methods as before, and I added some clear plastic to his portholes. This is something I wanted to do the last Thomas model, but never got the chance. He's almost done! Hooray! Having the model compared to my old one really shows how far I've gone as a modeler. It is so satisfying seeing something I made a year ago compared to now. My Edward model was the first model to inspire me to start using brass whistles instead of spraying gold on 3D printed ones that are fragile. Alright, what else? Oh fuck, he's done. Well, not yet. I'm going to have to go back at some point and add the Edward wheels, and for those wondering why I don't use Donald and Douglas wheels, I like the look of the Edward ones better.
But Joseph, those earlier photos showed you having Edward wheels on your Thomas model.
Yes, you'd be correct. However, yeah, that famous word. When I was tightening the bolts, one of them snapped and I could not use them anymore. So for the time being, I will just use the Bachman Thomas ones for now until I can get Edward wheels or something else. I'm not sure yet. The last mod I gave to this guy was the face. It's the smirk face from season 3, and it's really my favorite face out of every single Thomas face there is. The print was made by a cool dude on Shapeways. I bought this a while ago, Chris, leave me alone. Someone made an edit on Twitter of this face in season 2 styles, and it looks so good. Like, wow. So because I can't draw his triangle eyebrows for shit, I did it in the season 2 style. Shut up, it's my model. And I think that wraps it up. I can now say Thomas is one of my favorite models I have made, the others being Edward and Gordon. Just something about my blue engines looks so good together. I will definitely be keeping this guy around for a long time, and I don't think I'll be needing to make another one. But seriously, words cannot describe how happy I am. Before I let this guy run around, I do want to give a couple announcements. First off, this video was supposed to release as a 5-year special, but I completely forgot to record it, so I am so sorry about the lateness, guys. Second, I want to thank everyone for 2,000 subscribers. I know I'm a smaller channel, but this really means a lot to me, so I want to thank you all for supporting my channel in some way or form. And lastly, this video is replacing the old Thomas video. That one is complete ass and will either be taken off YouTube or put on an old showcase playlist. I haven't thought it through yet. Well, that seems to be all the time I have for now, folks. This is LBSC71. I want to thank you all once again, and ciao, everyone!
My branch is the pride of the line, wouldn't you agree? Blue is the only proper color for an engine.
Imagine listening to white girl music.
I'm going upstairs and fuck your grandma.
Thank you. Goodbye, whistled Thomas.